What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Chris B back in the house. Back in the house. And tonight I got a special guest. I got a special guest in the house tonight. My boy Beno stopped by to holler at your boy. He stopped by to kick it with y'all for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This is my friend from a long time, man. We've known each other since little dudes, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all know my man. Some of y'all don't. So, you know what I'm saying? The world will get an introduction to my boy Beno. So, first of all, just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, it ain't much. My father, grandfather, proud grandfather, proud father, a son, a grandson, and a man, and a husband.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? There you have it, short, simple, and sweet. You know what I'm saying? And in the current state of hip hop today, I was talking to A. Smitty. We had an interview about it, and I was talking to him, going to him about the dynamic between the old school and the new school hip hop. And I felt like it was a disconnect, you know what I'm saying, between the old school and the new school. So tell us what you think about the state of old school hip hop versus new school, and what new school artists do you like?
But I really don't compare them. It's different eras. So hip hop, 50 years old,
Right.
50 years young. It's not like country and soul and all that. It's a youngin. So it's gonna be different eras that sound totally different. So it's about the adjustment. All of it is talented.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to Sue Surf, Crutch Calhoun, different types of artists, Lil Baby, Da Baby. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A whole lot of artists that I listen to, I give a lot of chances to, and they might be totally different.
What's going on,
You know
Karita?
what I'm saying?
Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I mean, so do you think that is a disconnect? Do you think that there's a divide between the old? Do you think there's not enough big arms? So that's what I was basically getting at.
People always gonna be stuck in that ways, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The older you get, the more stuck you get.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's hard for people to change their ways. You know what I'm saying? You gotta expand yourself, expand your horizons. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is about.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Anybody can change, no matter what type of stripes you have. You can change them stripes. I believe you can.
I definitely believe that you can.
I did it. You know what I'm saying? I sure improved it.
You definitely did. In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? Definitely more ways than one.
It's about giving something else another chance. Just a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You ain't got to be stuck in a box, confined. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Don't you elaborate on that for us?
I mean, some people still stuck on 90.
You got that right. They stuck. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I love the 90s music. You know what I'm saying? For me, that's one of the golden eras of hip hop. But for a lot of people, I get what you're saying about being stuck there, where you can't move forward.
The versatility. You got to be versatile.
Right.
In life, period.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you stuck in one way, you can't grow. It's impossible.
Right.
You only can grow in that entity that you're in. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely. It's definitely that way. You have to grow, y'all. You have to grow, people. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay stuck in the same ways or stuck with the past. You know what I'm saying? You definitely have to grow. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. We love you. You know what I'm saying? Definitely Facebook.
You gotta give the youngest a chance.
You got to give the youngest a chance. You know that.
There's a lot of music out there. You'll find something you like. You know what I'm saying? There's so much music. You know what I'm saying?
I just personally don't think that there's enough homage being paid to the old school veterans of hip hop to bridge the gap to the new school. You know what I'm saying? I think it's just like a competition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you ain't do it the way we did it back in the day, so fuck you. And then the young niggas like, man, y'all old motherfuckers, y'all ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me this. Did the people from the 90s pay homage to the people from the 80s? Did all of them pay homage? People always like to say that, but was it passed on from then? From generation to generation?
Great point. What's going on, Marky Mark? In the house? You're right, though. You know what I'm saying?
That too, you can't just blame the youngest about everything.
I think that's what a lot of us do.
All of us was young.
Right, for sure.
Everybody wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't 47 20 years ago.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
25 years ago. I wasn't 47. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to learn the older you get. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to get more mature. You know what I'm saying? And you learn to understand life if you allow it.
If you allow it. That's a great point. If you allow it. What's going on, Johnny? What's going on, Brandon? I mean, Brian, I keep fucking your name up, man. You don't call me out on that enough either. But much respect, much respect. You know what I'm saying? Got my boy Beno in the house tonight. We just rapping, just kicking it, just talking about real life situations and real life things that people go through in society and in life. So another question that we wanted to get you to transitioning is to tell us what you think about the code of the streets.
It's not a code.
No code.
What's the code?
Don't tell.
Really?
For sure. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying in my opinion. That's what I say do. Don't tell.
I say the same thing. If you're a man, you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying, handle whatever comes with it. You know
right, for sure, for sure.
I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but I get what you're saying too. It's some dirty motherfuckers in the street, so it's no code.
Look, people been telling since we were slaves.
Break it down.
The field niggas used to be doing that things, and the house niggas used to tell them so they can get a piece of chicken that been bit on.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You right.
You know what I'm saying? People tell in prison.
Wow.
You got lifers that tell. So I mean, people gotta. This is the way I see it, right?
Right.
Everybody ain't built for what they doing, but sometimes you don't know it until the circumstances hit you.
For sure.
You're in that room and you getting interrogated, and it ain't no way out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It might be something you never experienced it before.
For sure.
Even though I don't respect telling,
right?
But I do understand being that I ain't trapped.
Do you feel that it's more of a pass for snitching these days? There's a more of a pass in 2023 compared
people
to.
Been telling.
Yeah, I understand. I get it.
People been telling, and people ain't been dying.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's just magnetized here because of social media.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't have social media back in the day.
What's going on, Montana? What's going on, Smitty in the house? And Warren Jordan. What's up, man? Just got my boy in the house and we talking about some things that y'all might relate to. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it's all about how you built, man.
For sure.
And sometimes you don't know how you built until you in those type of circumstances. Don't nobody know that stuff until that back is against the wall in that corner. Ain't no fighting out of it. You know what I'm saying? And you got to make a decision.
For sure.
You gonna be a man, or you gonna accept what you got coming?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna go that coward way? It's a cowardly act to me.
For sure. I agree. That's definitely a cowardly act.
As a child.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was a child and I never told.
What's going on, Tweety?
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would never do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't force nobody to do something. You want to do something. You got killers that tell.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got cartel members that tell. Like they don't know what they doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know you committing a crime. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
You already knew what time it is.
Don't worry about
when the people come, you know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do.
Right.
You spend that money for a lawyer can't get you out of it, then you gotta ride. You gotta ride it out. But it ain't happening like that, man. It never has. Prison's always been full.
Why does it seem like the motherfuckers play hot potato with a charge?
What you mean?
Oh, I catch a charge. I don't want this charge. I'm gonna give it to you. You say, yeah, they've been telling us at the beginning of time, but I think it's more socially acceptable to snitch these days. What you think about that?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about that. I just told you, I think the social media allow things to look like it is that way. Right. But it's always been accepted. People been telling around here. People been telling around the world. Everywhere has a prison. Everywhere has numerous prisons, and they stay full. It ain't never a prison that's empty.
So you think?
So it's always telling the police can't be everywhere to see a crime.
So do you think that is for a reason? Do you think that's for a reason?
What's for a reason?
That the prisons are packed.
Yeah, because people are committing crimes. What you mean? What you mean? What you mean?
I mean, is it? Excuse me, world. Is it a pipeline to prison mentality by some unseen forces that we may not know about?
No, I don't believe in none of that.
Okay, let us know. Elaborate.
It's life.
Okay.
It's life choices. You know what I'm saying? How many people you know they caught a charge and didn't do
Me?
it? When?
They try to tear me up with some shit. I didn't even live in town.
What?
I didn't even live in this town.
Did you catch it? Did you get convicted?
I didn't get convicted.
I want to know how many
caught it.
How many people you know that's been convicted that did not do it?
I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
I met people.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
But it was on one hand.
Right.
It was on one hand.
Yeah.
Now I met thousands of people.
A lot of people lie. I do agree. A lot of people lie.
Thousands of people.
A lot of people lie.
People that was in there for that brother. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't do the crime, but they look like that brother, so we put it on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was in there with a dude like that, cool, but you know what I'm saying? But you don't see that much. All the charges I had, I worked for my time. You know what I'm saying? I worked to get that.
I like that statement though. What's going on, Princess? Hey.
Most people work for what they get.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just like working a job.
So you think it's a mentality to where motherfuckers brainwash their own self into believing that they ain't doing nothing wrong?
Look, man, 9 times out of 10, if you ain't doing no dirt, they ain't gonna mess with you. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all hear that?
They ain't gonna deal with you. You keep yourself out of the way, they ain't gonna deal with you, man.
I don't respect the Theo Huxtable hustlers either, Smitty. I'll tell you that shit. What's good, Warren? What's good? Shit, we just in the house with Beno tonight, kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he dropped by, you know, to talk to us a little bit.
What you saying about the code, though, man? Ain't no damn code.
Ain't no code.
Hell no, it's whatever you choose to do.
So, ain't no church in a while.
How is it a code to not snitch when prison stay full?
Right. There's a reason for
How
that.
Is that possible?
How
can people say that's a code? It just sound good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Anytime there's multiple people that get caught in something, somebody gonna tell. Somebody gonna tell.
I can't disagree with that.
3, 4, 5 people that get caught doing something, somebody gonna tell. 3 of them might tell if it's 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might have one that ride it out, but it ain't gonna matter nothing because he got 3 people against him.
3 of them.
You know what
so it's a lose-lose situation, I guess. So what do you think about the game in general? You know what I'm saying?
What game?
The game. Some people are still. Some people.
Basketball, football, baseball. What game you talking about?
You ain't dumb, my man. You know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Specific is what I'm saying. Like what you talking about?
Do you think that is worth it?
Nah, it ain't worth it. How the fuck is it worth it to leave your kids if you give a fuck about your kid? You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is it worth it to lose time out your life? You know what I'm saying? You won't never get back.
Real. That's real.
You know what I'm saying? You never get that shit back, man. That shit gone, man. You know what I'm saying?
It's called dead time. You know what I'm saying? You right, Smitty. It's not worth it. You right. I agree.
Being trapped like an animal. You know what I'm saying? Hearing a whistle.
Okay, so that's a perfect thing for me to say. What do you think about people that think that's a rite of passage?
I mean, they don't know no better.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? They caught up.
What's up, Lisa?
Everybody been in that. Everybody been there, man. You know what I'm saying? You have to go through things to learn, man. Some people don't have to go through it. They can see it. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
But that's just the way it is. That's the way life is, and it's always going to be like that. You're going to have some people that's naive to what, you know what I'm saying, the consequences of their actions.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And some people going to look at somebody else and say, God damn, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I had a few fans that was like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They saw people getting hemmed up and shit and looked and was like, yo, I ain't going that way. They never said that, but They didn't do it. So they had to say it.
For sure. You got to get that message sometimes, people. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the message. Sometimes you have to evolve and change as a people. You know what I'm saying? You can't stay the same or stagnant. You have to be willing to change yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have to, or you're just gonna be stuck on stupid. The whole time. Yeah, you got them right, Smitty. They trapping these cats through social media and mutual friend lists. Shit. The system, I believe.
How does the system trap them? Because they want to come on and say what they're doing on social media.
Oh no, now that's totally agreeable.
How you getting trapped by doing dirt? Don't do dirt. You know what I'm saying?
Plain and simple.
Don't do dirt.
Plain and simple.
That. People always want to blame something. Blame yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't blame nobody for you picking up a pistol or you picking up a pack. Come on, man.
I like that. I mean, I agree. I totally agree.
Man. I mean, some people are product of their environment, but still, you know what I'm saying?
What does that mean, a product of your environment?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
If it's around you, then you got a greater percentage to fail.
Right.
Than to make it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you're gonna look up to, that's what you're gonna strive for, is what you've seen.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to making money. If you ain't never worked before, and all you see is dudes getting money by hustling illegitimately,
right?
Then we're gonna try to motherfucking see what they're doing. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna try to follow suit, especially when you're young and naive, you know what I'm saying? You know direction.
So all in all, would you say that the street life thing is a myth, a big myth?
I mean, it's over. They call it street, but it's over now. You know what I'm saying? This is not the streets to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not the streets. Streets used to be fun. It was a bad payment. I mean, but it was fun. You know what I'm saying? When you was a youngster.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You getting long in the tooth though. You gotta change your mind, man. You can't be going in there all old and shit, man.
Listen to that, y'all.
You know what I'm saying? It's too late in the game. You know what I'm saying? You gotta change, but I don't blame people that's been through it.
Right.
And still go through
it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't prepare correctly. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And at the same time, though, even though a lot of people prepared, don't nobody prepared. Don't nobody come out here and plan to go back.
Right. I agree. I definitely agree.
They get in circumstances and
they go back to what feels natural.
Yeah, they go back to what's natural and they go back to what they know. They go. If you don't know nothing else, then what you gonna do?
Right.
And you're grown.
For sure. That's definitely true.
You're grown. You have responsibilities. So what you supposed to do?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is not. It's still not an excuse, but it's a real.
It's a reality. It's a part of
reality,
it.
Man. It's a way of life. You know, that's why you see people go back on people doing this and people try to call them stupid. No, they're not stupid. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you're rebellious, when you got that rebellious mentality, then you have to go through certain things in order to change. You see what I'm saying? Like I said before, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go through things, man, in order to, you got to see something else. You know what I'm saying? And you really got to see and you really got to want to do it. You got to have a lot of us that went through that type of struggle, you know what I'm saying, mentally. You have to think about something else besides yourself.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you can make it. You know what I'm saying? Because we thought about ourselves all our lives.
Right.
And ended up being incarcerated.
Nowhere. Right.
So you have to think about something else other than yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I do it.
And that's definitely some real shit that y'all need to take heed to. What's going on, Chris? What's going on? That's some real shit that you need to listen to. You know, sometimes it's real in the field, as we used to say. It's real in them killer fields. And you don't want to be in situations where you can't get out of. And I think No More is a prime example of my man as a person that somebody perceived to be this way, but he turned out to be another way. So I wanted to transition to what you thought about growing up in Covington?
Like I said, it was fun. It was fun. I mean, to me, you know, I was adventurous. You know what I'm saying? That's what you call it, right? So, you know, I was like I said, I was a product of my environment.
Tell us about Walnut Street.
People was older than me that I hung around. You know what I'm saying? That's something.
Right.
So never let your children hang around nobody that's older than them. There's no need for that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the perfect parent, you know, but I'm just saying I went through it, and a lot of us don't understand it, that a child shouldn't be allowed to hang around somebody that's 3, 4, 5 years older than them. You
Right.
see what I'm saying? They don't have nothing in common. You see what I'm saying? They have nothing in common whatsoever. So that younger one is just gonna grow up faster than he's supposed to grow up.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that. I can see where that happens.
That'd be the problem. But
What's going on, Kimberly? What's going on? Chill. Whoop, wham, woo. Whoop, wham, woo in the house. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's definitely some real shit. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, when you're out here in these streets and you think it's all to the good, sometimes it's really not. For real. And, you know,
if it can send you to jail, it ain't good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If it can take you away from your levels, it ain't good.
It's called dead time. You can't get that time back. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely dead time.
You should only leave your loved ones if you have to protect them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. If somebody doing something to one of your loved ones, then you're supposed to handle it. You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing wrong with that. But other than that, you know what I'm saying, for getting money and shit like that illegally, you know what I'm saying, there's really no need to. You're going to have a short run anyway. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to spend the money on your lawyer. You know what I'm saying? You get locked up. Money going to go this way, that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Definitely.
Can't trust a lot of people. Can't tell them what everything get. So you'll come home with a little something. You know what I'm saying? So they going to blow it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just a mess. It's a mess. You know what I'm saying? Something I would stay away from. I regret it. You know what I'm saying? I regret going through all that shit. That shit ain't make me the man I am today. I could have went through something else. You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta go through incarceration to become me? You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Other people became
them
men.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Real men and didn't have to go through it. So why do I have to go through it? You know what I'm saying? Just become a man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have to go through it. That's just what people like to say.
Okay, do you think, being that we going there, do you think it's because the not having a father?
Yeah, I believe you need two parents. I believe you need two parents. You know what I'm saying?
I think that benefited my children today. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my baby mom.
That benefited you.
Yeah, benefited me too.
Your grandpa stayed on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm talking about in terms of my grandpops and other male figures in my life. They was my male influence.
Look, man, it's certain things that
I didn't have a father. You know what I'm saying? That's the bottom line.
You had a father figure.
I didn't have a father.
So what? You had a father.
What do you mean? That's not a father.
You had a person that replaced it. You got your ass to college, nigga. Anybody trying to hear that shit?
Shit.
You made it through the environment and you fucked it up.
He telling y'all the truth. He telling y'all the truth. Roddy.
I know you remember.
Cortez.
I know you remember.
Kim.
You know what I'm saying?
Kevin. He telling the truth.
You went to college. You was one of the ones that made it out. You wasn't a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? You went to college, nigga. You know
but you don't say that at the end of the motherfucking day.
What?
We both ain't have no fathers coming up.
But you had a father figure though.
You had some too.
Who?
I ain't gonna name no names. Yeah, a lot of father figures, man.
Who?
Yeah, a lot of father figures, man.
Who?
You had some father figures, man. In
I
your
had
life.
a great mother,
You had some
I had a
father
great
figures
mother,
in your life.
but
in your life.
a child like I was, can't no mother raise a child like I was. You see what I'm saying? My mom's never heard me cuss before.
Right.
And you know me.
Yeah.
I used to cuss a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More than the law allow. Yeah, cuss more than the goddamn law allow, man. Crazy as hell, man.
Not around her though.
What's going on, Quartese? You hear this crazy shit?
So
he telling the truth though. He telling the truth. He definitely telling the truth.
All she saw was her sweet son, the baby. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely
she
the baby too.
But if my pops would have been here,
right,
he might would have seen through the bullshit.
For sure.
You see what I'm saying? That's why you need both.
Yes.
You need somebody to say a mother don't like to think that child is who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like to.
I'm digging where you going. Come on.
They like to love them too much and don't think about the negative part.
Right.
That it could be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go in every situation. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Every situation I go in, you know what I'm saying, looking at the positive and the negative of it.
You got to though.
That's the way you come in earth.
Right.
When you born, you dying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But dying
it's a beautiful day, but at the same time,
dying is not a bad thing.
It is bad to the people
you care about you, yes.
All right.
But that's because society made it that way. In my personal opinion.
I don't think society had to make that way. If you love somebody, if you fucking love somebody
and they pass on,
why society gotta make you care about them dying?
Nah, society make you mourn. But you mourn. Why do you mourn? And some people can't get out of that. But a lot of the times, if you look at the way them people do it in New Orleans, they celebrate death.
So what?
It's a part of life. That's what it is. So what? It's a part of life. That's what I'm saying.
Make it right just because they celebrate death. They make it right.
You know, I had to call you out. Yeah, but I'm just saying.
How do that make it right just because they celebrate death?
We mourn death too much, I think. In my personal opinion.
Yes,
we miss our loved ones when they're gone. I agree.
That's all need to be said then.
Yes.
So being that you said that,
but that means move. You still have to move on. Like doesn't the sun come up?
People do that though.
A lot of people don't. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't.
Some people can't. It all depends on how you built. Like I said earlier, man, you got to be built a certain way to deal with situations, man. Everybody ain't built the same, man.
You right.
It's different mentalities, man. Different mindsets, man.
Yeah, I mean, you right.
Everybody ain't, you know what I'm saying?
But you know what I'm saying? I just think it's a different mentality when they think as black men that if you didn't have a father, you can't raise.
It's
children.
Harder for you.
You know what I'm saying?
It's harder for you. That's just like a father with a daughter.
Right.
Without the mother, it's gonna be harder. It's gonna be some things that you just don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't been through it. You can't know everything about a little girl.
What's going on, Jeffrey? What's going on, KP? What's going on, Nikki? Come on in. Just talking to my boy about some real life things.
Right?
I agree.
You can't know everything about a girl. You a father.
Yes.
To a young girl. You know what I'm saying? It's things that you don't know. You just not built to know it. You see what I'm saying? So your mother would know that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And the perfect example is when my daughter, God forbid, she's first started, y'all women know, she first started having her thing going on. And like he said, I ain't know what the fuck was going on with that.
That's why I say you need two parents.
You know what I'm saying? So definitely what he's saying is true on that. On that aspect.
Easily in that situation.
For sure. And she did. And that's what her mother did.
Exactly. All right. She might be embarrassed to even come to you. You know what I'm saying? Some girls are embarrassed to even go to that father about that.
But I'm gonna play the devil's advocate. Then you gotta look at the flip side of that. There's a lot of these modern women that think it's okay to be a single mom. That's it. I don't need that.
Because
I can do it by
sometimes
myself.
we ain't worth shit.
Of course.
Sometimes the people that they had kids with ain't worth a damn.
So whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? If
That's
you like a Pookie and a Ray Ray.
That's the man's fault.
Whoever
Ray is their fault.
You like a Pook.
Whose fault it is?
Whose fault? So you if a woman chooses a motherfucker that she know he's slinging dick all around the block, and you got them she's choosing.
I mean that's her fault.
That hang a baby. He let him hang a baby.
I got you. That's
you know what I'm saying?
That's her fault. But I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? What if she ain't know the nigga was like that?
Of course, it's some deception.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like that.
Definitely.
I'm talking about like
some deceptional dudes.
Even you know what I'm saying? What you just
Daphne,
fault,
what's going on? Fault. You know, it's some. He got a point with that. It's definitely some deceptional dudes will tell you anything.
Ain't about nothing.
Yeah,
and she still got there put herself in that situation. Then it's both of their fault.
Okay,
it's both of their fault.
But you know, I agree with that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying a lot of these women get a pass by saying, "Oh, he just did me wrong. He hung a baby in me and moved on." But it takes two to tango, like you say. No, it takes two to tango and make that motherfucking baby. So if you choose the dude that you knew was doing what XYZ to hang a baby in you, is that not your fault?
It's your fault. It's your fault.
Excuse me, wow, world.
Still, I mean, you can't exclude the man.
What's going on, Adrian? Cornhole champ? Or is the other one? My bad. My bad. I'm fucking up tonight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're definitely right, man. But I just think, you know, single fathers, or not single fathers, but fathers that didn't have fathers that come up and raise their children, I just wonder where that mentality comes from. I always knew that when I had children that I was going to be a good father to my children. I want to say because I didn't have a father, because I think my mother did such a good job with raising me that I didn't even think about not having a dad until y'all told me. You remember that? Oh, you don't remember that?
I remember your grandfather, man.
Nah, I remember you and Boomy. You and Boomy told me about my sperm though.
What? Who was your sperm? What you talking about?
We were under the hut one day. You know what I'm saying? You may not have said much about it, but you knew who he was. I didn't know who he was. You knew who he was. I didn't know who he was. You say, yeah, that's your daddy. Boney.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember.
Oh, you remember.
I forgot.
I said, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know who he was, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how I found out. Really. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I knew him before that, but you know what I'm saying? It was one of those things that where I really didn't know. But I always knew when I had children that I wanted to do the right thing by my children. And you know what I'm saying? And I feel that I did. I'm not the best dad of the year. I'm not dad of the year by no means. But I tell my kids I love them all the time. And I think that's what kids need to grow.
You need to give your grandpa some props, man.
I love Spencer Rudolph Barber.
That nigga was on your ass, nigga. And this nigga used to have to go home for the street lights came on.
Say word. Say word. Damn right.
I got his ass to college.
What's going on, Mark?
You know what I'm saying?
Karen, how you doing? Anthony, you in the house tonight? What's going on, Patsy Patch?
No, that saved you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Because y'all didn't, when y'all turned y'all back on me in that goddamn dice game, I told the cops. I said, man, I said, yo, fellas, y'all see me? Boy, turning back on me. But hey, for real, some of the best times of my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all remember? We used to call it back in the days, nigga knocking. Y'all remember that? Man, it was just fun. It was real fun. I'm gonna put it that way. And but the transition. What do you think about snitching, especially these days?
I mean, I already said it.
We went over it, but I want to know specifically. What do you think about?
I mean, I don't respect it. People should know that. People that know me know I don't respect that. You know what I'm saying? People should know that. I never told them before in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even when I was a kid, when the word snitching wasn't even created
Don't
yet.
tell, y'all.
So
it's not worth it.
You do the crime, do your time, man. I mean, it's simple as that. Don't do the crime, man. I mean, what the fuck?
And lastly, what do you think about the current state of America? Where our minds want to know.
I mean, it's divided. You know what I'm saying? And we allow it to be divided by the labels that they have as far as white, black, you know, anything else you want to call it, Chinese, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as they have labels, we always gonna look at the ones that's not us differently.
Right.
And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And we really need to be together. Everybody needs to be together. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't in the establishment, you know what I'm saying, then you should be together. And we can make changes. You know what I'm saying? But as long as we divide it, it's never gonna change. We want a president to go in there for 4 years or 8 years to change all this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's impossible.
For sure.
That's impossible when we still got the same mentality. We going Republican or Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And it don't really matter which one you choose.
That's some goddamn true shit.
What massive change did we get from one party to the next?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What was so massive that made us decide, oh, we got to vote this way or vote that way? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Somebody got to tell me. If somebody tell me I vote,
right,
I got my rights back. You know what I'm saying? I already got they sent me my letter and shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna vote. You know what I'm saying? Until somebody can tell me a massive change.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? You got to tell me something. I ain't no damn fool.
They blackball Ice Cube for talking about the platinum plan. You know, $500 billion to Black America. That's a big deal. And he got ostracized basically for trying to say that. 500 billion
to the black community.
To Black America. We said no.
And how are you supposed to get it?
Now that's the tricky point that I'm not, you know what I'm saying, economist. I'm not one of those deal makers. But that was the plan. Specifically put 500 billion.
People want to talk about reparations and all that.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Something we've been talking about for
100 years.
Look. They give us 40 acres.
What's going on, Randa?
What the hell you gonna do with 40 acres?
And the mule. Don't forget the mule.
What the hell is fuck the mule? What is the average black person gonna do with 40 acres?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? What gonna do? Ain't no plan.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? You talking about 500 billion?
Yeah.
What you gonna do with the money? You know what they gonna do? The same thing people did with them stimulus checks. Go buy jewelry, goddamn motherfucking luxury shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna goddamn invest in nothing. You know what I'm saying?
You right.
You gotta be trained, man. We need to train ourselves, man. We need to goddamn.
It's called financial literacy, y'all.
We need a skill, man. We need a skill, man. We coming in this, man. They don't want us to have skills. The establishment don't want us to have skills. Don't want nobody to have skills. They want us to always go to them for help. You know what I'm saying? That's our problems. And then everybody don't see it. The masses don't see it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, throughout school, through Scott, you go through high school, they don't teach you shit about after high school.
Yeah,
you know
that is definitely true.
They want you to continue going to school.
Yeah.
You already ain't teach me shit through 12 years.
For a worthless degree.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, a worthless degree.
You want to teach me to be an employee. That's all you gonna be if you going by schooling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to be taught some type of business. We need to be taught economics, communication. You have to know how to communicate. That's the key to everything. You can communicate and don't have to have a skill. somebody gonna give you a skill. They're gonna teach you a skill because you can communicate.
That is definitely
You know
true.
what I'm
I've
saying?
seen that
That's what gets you through
in
the
a
door.
lot of aspects.
That's what gets you through the door. You know what I'm saying? The communication.
Definitely.
But I mean,
learn to communicate, y'all. It's true.
Things can change, but I think it's the you know what I'm saying, the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? My grandbabies' ages. You know what I'm saying?
That has to do the changing. That's what you believe. I've heard you speak on that before. On, it's not an old cliche. I believe the children are our future. It's not an old cliche. It's some real shit. We're tripping, but it's some real shit. You know what I'm saying? We just saying. I think he's on to something.
Look
with
how intelligent the kids is.
Right. I think he's on to something with the kids, going through the kids.
Yeah, you gotta go through the kids. The kids gotta be taught different. You see what I'm saying? The kids gotta be taught not to be racist. A lot of us stuck in our ways.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not, but a lot of us stuck in our ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But most of us are. Most of us stuck in our ways, man. So it's impossible to make things how we want it to be and other than the way it is. You know what I'm saying?
Dang. Look, I'm going to tell y'all something. This shit don't happen often, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely want y'all to enjoy this. I definitely enjoyed it myself. It was a great night. I definitely thank y'all for coming by. You better stop back by when we do this again. And on that note, peace.
My nigga, wait. Can't do for you, man. Can't do you.
Damn, sure did. Nigga, that shit go. Oh, shit.